Hi, this is Scott with the weekend update for Friday, January 19th. And just a general reminder, this product is not meant to replace the daily avalanche forecast. So please check the website at sawtoothavalanche.com for the forecast each morning, which is issued by 7 a.m. Sorry about the glitch there. So we're going to take a quick look at the past, present, and future, what's been going on with all things avalanche. So over the past week, brief recap, you can see the snowfall totals there, which favored the Western mountains. Fairly impressive snowfall amounts, and unless you're down in the Wood River Valley, where sadly they've been not being a big part of the storm track recently. And the avalanche danger, what it's done to that for all of the zones, with the exception of the mountains immediately surrounding the Wood River Valley, where the danger is not as elevated as it is here. But you can see a whole bunch of high avalanche danger, including a lot of avalanche warnings over the past week to 7 days or week to 9 days. This graphic just shows the observed signs of instability, and you see a whole bunch of red and orange there. The red is when people observed avalanches. So that's either the forecasters when they're out in the field or avalanche professionals or the general public, you. And obviously, the biggest sign of unstable conditions are if you see fresh avalanches or trigger them. And that's the red. And the next biggest one is if you see snowpack collapsing, which is you have all the ingredients for an avalanche, except the slope isn't steep enough, or if you see snowpack cracking. So what we want to see is the blue, where there's no instability observed, and you can see that those are few and far between. And sadly, we don't expect that to change in the near term. So there are a lot of ways that you can get some really good information. The crew at the Avalanche Center, especially Ben, Brooke, and Ethan, put out a lot of incredible video material. You can get this by subscribing to our YouTube channel. You can, and that's Sawtooth Avalanche Center. If you just Google it when you go to YouTube, and please subscribe. You can get it on social media, either hashtag or at Sawtooth Avi via Facebook or Instagram. And on our website at the bottom of the homepage, there's a media carousel. Um, so please check that out. That'll give you a lot more information than what I'm going to provide in the next couple minutes, and it's highly worth your time to check that out. One thing I would highlight, something that Ben put together this past week, a couple days ago, is a multimedia review of the recent avalanche cycle or cycles that we've had, and that's a great 4 minutes of your life that you can spend. So highly recommended. So currently the danger today, and this is for the Galena Summit, but all zones, it's uh the same, excuse me. So a mixture of high and considerable, and then looking at what's going to happen while you're here, what's going to happen this weekend. Well, the weather forecast, we have a little bit of unsettled weather, but no big storms on the horizon here this weekend. So we should expect less than an inch of new snow through Saturday evening. That's tonight, Friday night, and Saturday during the day. Up to 3 inches Saturday night, a little bit better shot of moisture, but still not a big storm. Then another inch or two on Sunday, kind of some more unsettled, sputtery weather with light snow showers. Expect temps in the 20s Fahrenheit in the mountains, and the winds should be light to moderate from the south, southeast to east, so blowing a little bit of snow around, but no huge wind events on the horizon the next couple days. And that's just looking at the forecast from the National Weather Service at Pocatello for the Galena Summit area around 8,800 feet. And you can see a whole bunch of chance snow and snow likely for the foreseeable future, really through Tuesday. So danger and avalanche problems for the weekend. Expect the danger to be static or slowly decreasing. We're dealing with persistent slabs, which are these weak layers of facets and crusts and potentially surface ore that got buried and then have a nice thick slab on top of them. And that kind of a problem doesn't go away rapidly. It's not like if we didn't have these persistent weak layers, the ugly weak snow buried in the snowpack. If we were just dealing with new snow instabilities, things can change more quickly, but we are not dealing with that. So don't expect things to rapidly become much better. With the persistent slab and the wind-loaded terrain, the problem is that it's worst, mainly because the avalanches are that much bigger. The slab is going to be a lot stiffer, a lot thicker. You'll feel it because you don't sink into the snowpack as much. And if you're staying on top of the snow on your skis or snowmobile, or you get into an area where all of a sudden you ride up in near the top of the snowpack where you have been just traveling in powder, whether you're skis or snowmobile, then really pay attention. Another kind of interesting thing about this persistent slab problem that we have going right now this season is that it's at all elevations. Um, Whether you're at low elevations and right off the valley floor, you do need to worry about these persistent slab avalanches. The thing that changes as you go up in elevation is the slab gets both taller or thicker, and it tends to get more dense as you go up in elevation. So the avalanches may get bigger, but there's still a good chance of triggering avalanches no matter what elevation band you're in. And that is something that we're not that used to. So a few things to remember when you're out there playing, and by all means get out and play. But remote triggering is a real possibility. And remote triggering means you could trigger these large avalanches that are big enough to bury you or bury your truck or potentially even destroy a house. A lot of these are breaking trees as they come down. So you can trigger them from the flats down way below a steep slope. You can trigger them from off to the side of a steep slope or from above a steep slope. So you don't need to just worry about what the slope angle is where you're standing. You need to look at what's around you because these things are really unpredictable, and you just need to have a bigger safety margin and really give these things a wide berth, all the steep slopes that are out there, if you want to stay safe. They're breaking into gentler terrain. We've seen many avalanches where the crown or the top of the avalanche has failed in terrain that's less than 30 degrees. Not a lot less, but in the upper 20s. So you can't use that magic number of, oh, it's less than 30 degrees, so I must be safe. If there's a spot where the slope is steeper than 30 degrees below you, like say maybe there's a little spot where it's 35 degrees and you're on a 28-degree slope up above it, it could pull back and catch you above that. So something to be aware of with this current persistent slab problem we have. And a lot of these avalanches are breaking really wide. They're propagating for long distances. So again, just going back to that point about make sure that you're really clear on what is a safe zone and give these things a wide berth while you're out there playing. There's a ton of great terrain that you can play in that is safe, where none of it is above 30 degrees, but you really need to be careful about that with what we have going on if you want to eliminate the risk of avalanches. So wrapping it up, please check the forecast by 7 a.m. each morning. You can sign up to have it emailed to you. I'll show you where that is. And also we have an app this year. So at the bottom of every page on our website, if you enter your email address in there, you'll get the avalanche forecast every morning in your inbox around 7 a.m. And we definitely need to know what you're seeing. We don't just want, we really need to. We can't do this without the public. This is a community effort, the Avalanche Center is. So even if you don't have, we don't necessarily need to see snowpack data. If you trigger an avalanche, if you have the snowpack collapse or whoomph while you're out traveling, if you see something interesting, then please take a picture and text it to us at that number. You can email it to us there. Tag us on social media. There's an observation form at the bottom of every page on the website. And then this new app that the Northwest Avalanche Center in Seattle developed. And this year it's the Northwest Avalanche Center and us, the Sawtooth Avalanche Center. So if you search for that, AVI Avalanche and Weather Info at the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store, you'll be able to get that and be on board. And if you want to submit an observation via our observation platform on the website, at the bottom of every page on the website, you can just click that blue box that says submit observation. The nice thing about the app is you can submit an observation while you're in the field out of service, and it'll automatically cache it and send it when you do return back into cell service. So a great benefit right there for us and you. So have fun and be safe, and please let us know what you're seeing.